Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is Sunday, July 12th, and it is yet another week of Sunday Night Lights here on ASN TV. We're at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, in Barcelona, Spain. One of the most treacherous rallycross circuits on the iRacing service, 0.69 miles, very nice length. Track itself opened in 1991. A tale of two halves with half the Grand Prix course and half of the very tricky street circuit style dirt sections. It's chaos throughout, especially on the starts. Once we finish up practice here in just a couple minutes, we will head to our 3-lap single-car qualifying session that'll set the grid for our heat races. Those heat races, 5 laps apiece, joker lap twice, and the top 2 drivers will advance automatically to the feature race. Everyone else goes to the semifinal round, and while everyone will end up qualifying, unless we get more than 12 cars, that will set the grid in full for the feature race, 10 laps for all the marbles here in Barcelona. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck, and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz on ASN TV, with special guest, reigning Lights World Champion Kieran Lifflander, as we welcome you to Sunday Night Lights in Barcelona, which is brought to you by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap, no matter the track, car, or series. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams, and thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. All right, gentlemen. Brian, we're doing things a little different. Welcome in, Kieran, to the box. I want to start with you, Brian. Barcelona. One-word prediction other than chaos. We know that's going to happen. Calamity, what do you think?
Fun.
I like it. Now more than one word. What do you think is going to happen tonight as we have banished Mr. Lifflander to join us in the box tonight? It's an open goal.
It's an open goal. We have, I think it's going to be a good night. We have 8 drivers, so 8 drivers so far. A little bit of a reduced field, but I think reduced numbers will give Barcelona a cleaner race than we're used to seeing here.
We once started 12 cars in a feature race here, and that was hard hats and safety glasses the entire race. Mr. Lifflander, welcome in. Reigning Lights World Champion has been a thorn in Mr. Sawyer and myself's sides for quite some time. You have joined us. What do you think about who's looking good in this race since you have been sent with us tonight?
Well, we're looking at, top to the bottom. We got Eric Kaplinger with a 44-1, followed by Jake, and then some team drivers of mine, Jameson and Ryan, Scucci, Daryl, Benjamin Archer, and Jonathan Harris, finally coming back along after some time being away. It looks pretty tight in time as I read down that order, each separated by a tenth or a little more or a little less than that, and looking to be, pretty tight, even though with the low quantity of drivers here. So, should definitely be fun. With the time I've been away for some of the races that I have not been able to participate in, such as the 3 weeks in a row in May. It'll be fun seeing what my teammates and how they will perform. As you can see on screen now, we've got a couple of the drivers now. That's Jameson and Daryl, if I'm not mistaken. Or actually, that'll be Ryan and Leckenby. With some USA paint schemes on. So new paint schemes coming out with that, and hopefully that'll, with the little bias I'll just throw in there. Hopefully some KLR speed will get us a 1, 2, 3. But overall, with me being away, it looks like Eric himself has definitely been putting some benchmarks, time on the table, and with Brian being the owner. So it looks like I think Brian. Well, what do you have to say about Eric and how he's been doing?
Eric just shows up.
Eric,
Eric
so
just shows up.
Knowing when I met Eric and I hung out with him and Ryan at the expo, Cap doesn't care, right? He just shows up, he drives the car, and if he wins, cool. If he crashes, cool. Jake Robichaux, another one of those drivers in the 69. Both of these guys at the top of the table. Winners in the NASA Rallycross Challenge, not in the World Championship. Kaplinger got it done in the Lights World Championship in Wild Horse 2023B. And Jake Robichaux finally won. I want to say it was Brands Hatch. It was Contenders about a season and a half, 2 seasons ago. Jamison Leckenby looking for his first win, but Hanley goes to P2 in practice by half a tenth away from Kaplinger. Track continuing to deteriorate, and this is a little interesting with lights, Kieran. We reset the track after the heats and after the semifinal and after a warm-up in the World Championship. We don't do that here. It runs the same track state. So how crucial is it to be able to get on top of the changing surface and not crash?
Well, this is the only track actually that doesn't wear in and doesn't rubber in. I mean, you have places like Knock Hill with a bit of similarity in terms of not being able to wear in, but that is more on the visual side. Knock Hill is a really tricky track, and it wears in and rubbers in just like any other track like IRP, which wears in pretty fast. I saw that last week with me hitting a 41.4, I think, on the last lap, and we're normally hitting 42.5s to low 42s. So you're looking here where it's visually getting worn in, but it stays forever slick. So it's, this is definitely one of the trickier tracks on the schedule, top 3 hardest tracks to really be able to be super, super consistent in, and especially that low line getting worn out the most. As you guys seen over the past few seasons, as you see Ryan throwing it on the high line, that high line there only works in the lights here, and the supercars, it's super hard to do. And with so much power, the running that low line is pretty much optimal. As we see Daryl Young go to the top of the board in the timing charts, and that high line there though, it doesn't wear in, not a whole lot. On entry it will, but then it will instantly grip up once you get up to that part. It's like it's basically just tarmac up there. I mean, it's a sand trap essentially, but it feels as if it's tarmac, like the runoff in turn 4 at Hellerect. So yeah, in terms of wear on the dirt, you've really got to be consistent, precision, handbrake a couple times around here, and
so you touch the handbrake here. Okay.
I do, especially in the hairpin where Young is going into right
Turn
now.
5,
I'll hit it
the
on
hairpin
entry.
and transitions. Yeah.
Yep. That was a pretty clean turn without the handbrake, but for me it's optimal in the light to kind of throw it in there, just a tap of it rather, setting the ratio pretty high. But in the Subaru, you kind of just throw it in there, and being able to whip the car in there with all that power and all-wheel drive, it'll just rotate on its own.
I'm getting yelled at, so we have to cut this conversation short. Brian is yelling at me about going over points. Mr. Sawyer, I don't want to be yelled at, so I'm going to bring you in. Take us through points before we head to qualifying.
Good thing.
Brian's mean to me, okay?
I am. It's just textual abuse. We'll go into points coming into this evening for the June? It's July. Maybe we won't.
Okay.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do it backwards. I gave you an idea of what I wanted to do. We'll go backwards. How about that?
We hit
We'll do
programming.
the upcoming schedule. Yeah, we'll do schedule.
It's still broken, Brian. What did I do?
You renamed everything and it broke the images.
Lovely.
Good game. This Tuesday, we got the NASA Pro 4 Challenge. We're going to be at Bark River. 3rd race of the season. Going to be a good one. Then, next Sunday, back here, NASA Rallycross Lights at Winton. That'll be fun. 2 tracks.
I'm going to drive that.
Back to back.
So
You're going to drive
I'm
that?
driving
That's
that.
fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Josh Charnell and I will yell at you and laugh at that one. Then, we're NASA Cross Car back in 2 weeks on Tuesdays on the 21st. They'll be at Hell. Cross Cars at Hell is going to be interesting, especially in that downhill section. About 20 seconds until we...
Other programming notes. SimCar comes back at the end of July. They just haven't plugged their schedule in. I think it's July. So, I think 10 days is when they come back.
Is it really?
Sim Gaming Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois, in September 18th through the 20th. I have been badgering everybody's ears off about it, but if you're new, welcome in. SimGamingExpo.com. You get to see me and Brian yell, well, mainly me yelling about cars, driving around. It's a good time. SimGamingExpo.com for all of that information. So Daryl Young, 43.815. That is a tenth and a quarter ahead of his teammate Ryan Hanley as we head to qualifying with 8 cars in this session. If anybody registers an entry blank in the next 8 minutes, if you're watching, Kieran's not racing. We've stuck him in here. Get on track. Oh, Eric Dubois listened. We got 9 cars. We got another one. First car on track, Eric Kaplinger. In the 277, the man from Central Illinois, once a winner in the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship. Several wins in the Futures Division when we ran that, and he came up a few points short on Klaus Kreutzer for that final championship. He'll cross the line to begin his first lap in the 277. Down the straightaway into one of the final corners of the Grand Prix course. We do it in reverse, off camber, very tricky section, into the right, into the left. Don't be afraid of the wall, don't be afraid of the curb. Very calm through the dirt section. Get the car rotated before the transition hits so that you can use the asphalt to effectively stop the car through turn 5. Up the hill to 6, left, use the curb to, again, with weight transfer, rotate the car. Multiple lines. Kieran alluded to the outside line that his team is running through that corner. Right, left, over the jump, flick the car to make sure you are pointed for this corner. And the final corner, Joker decision, drivers right. Grippy, grippy, grippy through the final 2 corners across the line for Cap. It is a 43.927. And Jake Robichaux across the line, 44.4. The Elder Robichaux from Eastern Canada. Jamison Leckenby in the 51 crosses the line, 45.0. Daryl Young across the line, 46.7. Ryan Hanley, 44.7. Benny Archer, the Australian, in the 411, 46.4. Jonathan Harris across the line to end his first lap at a 44.2. And Dubois is not on track yet, nor is Joe Pascucci. Brian, we're going to go on board, Cap. No pressure, Kieran. Take us on board. If you can do it better than me. And I don't think that was too good anyways. What's going through the mind of Cap right now?
All right, as looks like Cap is going down into turn 1 here. 5th gear, heavy braking. Get it rotated, kind of keep it 1 gear, roll more speed into the corner. He does a left-right downshift to 1st on the accent looks of it. And into the next corner. Quick left-hander down to 2nd. No handbrake usage there. Kind of watch that wide. Got to watch for that off track. And I notice he's using the low line. So we'll kind of send into the corner, hit the handbrake just a bit, down to 3rd. Try to ride the guardrail all the way around. Flip the curve a bit, open up the corner, whip it to the right. Got it close to the barrier. Almost
hit the
brakes.
barrier. Yeah, he had to hit the brakes.
Oh, yeah.
See what he runs. Across the line, 44.0, so he effectively matches his last lap time, his first lap rather. Eric Dubois on track, the man from Maine in the 000. I got it all wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Eric Dubois is not just the manager of the rallycross portion of Team Watson Racing. I did not know this. I got to get this right. I got to go into my Discord DMs if I can find them quickly.
He's part owner, buddy.
Yes. When he told me that, Brian, I said, are you kidding me? Not in a bad way at all. It is awesome to see for Eric. I learned a lot in our chat after a couple weeks ago. We look at Ryan Hanley in the 13. He is in 6th at the moment. Crossing the line, 44.667 for the 13. Jake Robichaux, 44.444. Oh no, Jake! Oh, it's going to register a lap, and that's going to disqualify him from qualifying unless he did not go all the way through. I'm not sure how that will score him.
Not. The exit point is about the 2nd turn through the Joker is when it will register that you touched the Joker. So he could get back on track, but that was his 4th lap, so I don't think it really mattered.
Yeah, I was going to say, I believe that wouldn't have counted regardless since he already finished qualifying.
I could be wrong, very, very wrong. But I recall that I did it after qualifying, and it disqualified me.
It will,
digress.
But it will just not let you run any more laps.
So Joe Pascucci, 7th right now in qualifying, as we stay focused on Eric Dubois on his 2nd lap. It does not count in the 000. He is on his 3rd lap now. Pascucci in the 015 on his 2nd lap. Rounding the final couple of dirt corners, 8 and 9 into 10 across the line for him, 45.298. So he is faster than Eric Dubois by about a second as we look at Dubois here in the 000. Middle of the road, throttling up, not a very good corner for Dubois. When you get trapped off into the middle of that no man's land and you are just trying to find grip, you are throwing time away. Final corner, across the line, 44.996 for him. As we wait for Pascucci to cross the line. Brian, have you fixed points?
Sure.
Nope. No points have been fixed. So we
No,
went
they've
through
been
schedule.
fixed. I think they
What?
have.
We'll see. 45-3-5-4 for Pascucci. And we take a look at the results. Kaplinger, Young, Harris, Robichaux, Leckenby, Hanley, Dubois, Pascucci, and Archer for our 8 cars this evening. Just a couple of reminders. Well, you got points. Go ahead, Brian.
I do. Points going into this evening. Kieran Lifflander, top of the season right now with 32 points. Will not be earning points this evening. Matthew Lindy, second in points at 23. He is not here. He is also tied with Ryan Hanley for second with 23. Dylan Thomas, not here, 20. Pascucci, 20. He's here. Benjamin Archer is here. Darrell Young, Eric Kaplinger, Eric Dubois, and Kevin Boland. A lot of space for the bottom half of the top 10 to make some moves with some absences this evening. Look at the overall points coming into tonight also throughout the entire year so far. It's Darrell Young still top of that table with 317. To Kieran Lifflander's 300. Ryan Hanley, Eric Kaplinger, Leckenby are the top 5. Boland, Pascucci, Lindy, Haworth, and Dubois are the top 10. Over in the team's side for the year, KLR Red Streak, KLR Black Phantom, TWRS, Slaypex Racing, Moist, KLR Team KLR Orange, Control Z, Mertz Racing Technologies, Channel 199, and JC Simsport.
Before we get rolling, I just want to remind everyone, if you like what you see on ASN TV, be sure to like and subscribe to us, no matter the platform, ASN TV USA. And if you'd like your content broadcasted, asnTVUSA.com. And if you'd like to join the chaos on track, you can visit us at NASASimRacing.com for Rallycross lights, supercars, stage rally, cross car, Pro 4 trucks. Our friends at SimCar have the Porsche Cup in Grand Am. We've got something for everyone in 2026. NASASimRacing.com. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck, reigning lights world champion Kieran Lifflander next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz for ASN TV. We get set to roll for gridding of heat number 1 for Sunday Night Lights. 9 cars. I think we're going to split it into 2 heats. 1 of 5, 1 of 4. We will await and see what we've got. Our grid looks like this for heat number 1. Eric Kaplinger, Jonathan Harris, Jamison Leckenby, Eric Dubois, and Benny Archer. As a reminder, you cannot take the Joker off the initial starts here in Barcelona. So it adds some strategy to this one. When do you take your Joker here, Kieran? Or does it all just depend on where you're at in traffic?
Well, I mean, a lot of people like to throw strategies together. I know you throw a strategy together with Daytona taking it early on and kind of getting out of the way, which I agree to disagree with because it kind of slows your outlap. But it's also different here. I think it's definitely strategy here, but to get out of the way, you also don't want to merge into traffic. You have to know that delta, and that delta is really crucial. If you have a shorter amount of time delta compared to the car behind or in front of you to make that strategy work, you just have to have that knowledge. And yeah, we're about to see what my boys and the other guys on the grid will have up their sleeves. And yeah, it should be fun.
We wait for Benny Archer to join up. 40 seconds for him to join. It's always like a psychological trick when you wait the timeout and then you wait until the last 2 seconds and then you're ready to go. These guys have been potentially in their own minds for 2 minutes waiting for them to grid. 25 seconds left to roll. We've had some people take the Joker off the initial start here in Barcelona. It's not a fun time. You get a nice time penalty applied to your race. And of course, it will not help you with transferring. Top 2 transfer out of this heat race. I don't think Benny Archer will make this start. So I think he will be sent. There's no thinking. He will be sent to the semifinal as we get set to go green for heat number 1. Archer misses the start. He goes to the semifinal. 4 cars, 5 laps, and the top 2 will transfer in heat 1 in Barcelona. Green flag off the line. Kaplinger side by side with the 75 of Harris. Behind them, Leckenby and Dubois minding their own business. Up the hill from turn 1 off the start. Into the dirt for the first time. Harris passes over, under for Kaplinger and takes the spot. Closes the door. They make contact ever so slightly over the jump. And now we head to the final corner to begin the first lap proper. Kaplinger leads Harris, Leckenby, and Dubois. If Archer can get on track, he could still potentially transfer. We've seen chaos throughout these races. Last week in CrossCar, we had 4 cars with a penalty in the semifinal. That was a race and a half. Nice and calm through these 4 cars, down to turn number 5. One of the best passing opportunities on the circuit. Leckenby tries it, couldn't get it done on his teammate Harris, as Kaplinger will round turn 6 again. Do you not have enough, where you have too much power in the supercar to run that line on the outside? You said it's just the lights, right?
Yeah, it's just too much power, but I mean, I don't know, a lot of people, then again, they just don't have enough of that seat time. And I've had a bunch of people DM me or talk to me in the middle of these transitions and races, as we have 2 people in the back take the Joker. Just not enough seat time is what causes a lot of these drivers just to not be able to have that confidence to set into the corner. They're worried of getting into the barrier or sending it too hard and then flipping. I mean, you could destroy your car, destroy your left side, as you would send it with the left side facing the wall. So yeah, it's just seat time at the end of the day.
Riding on board Harris in the 75, chasing down Cap in the 277, about a second away from the race lead. Eric Dubois took the Joker, and so did Leckenby in 3rd and in 4th. As you picked up earlier on, Cap Jokers, Harris stays out, so where will Cap come out in relation to Leckenby and Dubois? No contest, as they both finish their strategy in the back of the field. Jonathan Harris still leads with the Joker rotation, but there's really no delta here, Kieran, for your guy in the 75.
Yeah, I don't think Jonathan had enough seat time, so we'll see where he comes out. Preferably for me, I like to take him 2 and 4 here, because both your outlaps are going to be faster, and that is literally going to have the outcome of a faster lap average. So taking the back-to-back, I mean, you can, but as there was a bit of hesitation out of Jonathan there. Yep, Eric takes the lead.
It hits the wall in the
Yeah.
75. There is damage on the left front. I don't know if it'll affect the suspension. We take a look. Cap sets fastest lap, 43.598. Harris pushing hard to try and catch him, but this is after 1 Joker rotation, and he's nowhere close. Almost 2 seconds behind now. He is 2 seconds behind.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'd be now worried, Kieran. Sorry to cut you off there. If he Jokers again, does Jameson pass him? Is the big thing now for the transfer.
I think he does. We'll see. I mean, Jameson is looking to be on his tail, if not right directly in front of Jonathan, with his Joker rotation coming up, or maybe even comfortably out front. We're about to find out right here, as
Cap
he does take the
as well.
Joker. Eric takes his Joker. Eric out in front.
And Jameson
Transition
will
with
have
the
it on the
boys.
merge. White flag for Cap in the 277. It'll be a battle between Harris and Leckenby. Harris has the run down to turn 2. Down to 4th gear, punishing the right front tire. Into the dirt, 3 and into 4. He might be able to make a move. Into 5. Leckenby hits the curb. Harris, better run. Flipping the right rear on the dirt. Turned in too soon. And there it goes. As Kaplinger up front. Lost the lead for the moment, with the KLR boys having their battle. Was able to run and hide from Leckenby, over 2.5 seconds ahead. Kaplinger will win heat number 1. Transferring is Leckenby, best of the rest. Harris and Dubois, along with Archer, to the semifinal.
Oh, Jonathan just ate the post off on the last corner. I don't know.
Doesn't affect him, though. I think he was technically classified as finished. Look at that.
Okay.
Just NASA things. All right, Kieran, take us through our grid once it pops up for heat number 2.
Got the starting grid here. We got Daryl Young with KLR Red Streak starting first. Jake Robichaux alongside him, Slapex Racing, powered by TWRS, in second. Ryan Hanley alongside, or I should say alongside, with Daryl Young and KLR Red Streak, and then Joe Pascucci rounding out the grid as we get set to go green.
Heat 2, top 2 transfer yet again. 2 Jokers, 5 laps in Barcelona. 2 KLR cars in this race with the Slapex and the Control Z. Green flag. Robichaux misses the start. Young loves this. Gets nudged nearly by his teammate Hanley. And the man who got disqualified from this race a couple of seasons ago for driving backwards at this point on the track leads into turn 6 to begin the race. Hanley a bit deep in the 13, held the second spot. Robichaux in the 69 getting close to the transition. The car bites like we talked about in the open as we begin the first lap proper now. Daryl Young leads. Ryan Hanley with pressure from the 69 of Jake Robichaux with Joe Pascucci in the 015 behind them. Into turn number 2. Hanley slides it, tries to save it. Robichaux looks driver's left. No way you can make a move there. Gives him a nudge. No issue though. Down to turn 5. We've seen plenty of maneuvers happening. Young a little bit wide there in the 25, Robichaux as well in the 69. And Ryan's trying the outside, Kieran. I don't know, I can't tell if it's helping him or hurting him.
Well, that time it did help him. Daryl Young had a bit of a wild moment in the end of the first sector there, as it sounds like Ryan misses the shift as he dives out onto the Joker, which are going to merge behind Pascucci, maybe?
No, Pascucci behind him, Jokers, so 2-2 split right now.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like that did help him. He just got the rears on the sand trap there, so looking for some more commitment by any driver that is. But yeah, KLR boys definitely practiced that. Just again, it's that confidence going into the corner, not wanting to die. You can't have that in the back of your mind. You just got to send it and then be able to control your car and keep it stable, keep it under you.
2 seconds is the gap from Young to Robichaux. With them, he has not taken a Joker yet, but Hanley and Pascucci have. We look at the stats of Daryl Young. No wins so far this season. Can tonight be the night for the 25 as he ends lap 2? Lap time 44.869. Robichaux exits the Joker. Hanley back to second on that Joker rotation. Robichaux has the run down the straightaway. Can he do anything with it? Nothing yet. Bit too far back. We'll see. I think Daryl will do a 3-4. We'll see what his strategy is, because if he doesn't Joker now, he'll have to Joker the last 2 laps. And if he's 4 seconds, is Robichaux into the wall in the hairpin. Daryl Young, will he Joker? Hanley uses the outside sand again.
That was actually perfection, absolute perfection by Ryan there on the execution. So Daryl will dive down to the Joker. Looks like he will end
Hanley
up.
follows him.
Oh, regardless, yep.
Robichaux
Ryan's
rounds the
strategy
corner.
is done.
Takes the spot
Ryan
back.
to the barrier. Ryan
How
left
hard
right
did
into
he
the
hit
tire
it?
barrier
Oh,
there.
I think it was just like his teammate earlier. Turned in a bit too early. Hit the wall. It should be okay. 2 laps to go, or lap and a half rather. Daryl Young still holding the lead by about 3 seconds with this Joker in his pocket that he still has to do. Jake Robichaux, I don't think, has the delta over Ryan Hanley in the 13, especially with Hanley experimenting with this outside line. Dropping the left rear, like you said, into the sand, it grips up, pushes you out at a very fast rate of knots compared to running the inside. Young Jokers, Robichaux Jokers. Hanley takes the second spot, white flag. Strategies are done and dusted now, so it's all a matter of not crashing on this last lap.
Yep, for sure.
Robichaux
Looking
into the
like
wall.
looking like a 1-2 KLR at the moment, unless some mistakes happen as Jake sends it pretty hard, trying to grab all that he can, possibly get this P2.
Up the hill to turn 6 for the final time. Hanley tries the outside. Robichaux kind of middle of the road, but it's not going to help him. Over the jump for the final time. Daryl Young into the final corner, crosses the line to win heat number 2. Hanley second and transferring as Jake Robichaux hits the wall, flips it. Can he do the Chris Wetz? He pulls in front of Joe Pascucci. Is he going to let Pascucci go? He doesn't. You ruined the man's race. Top 2 transfer, Young and Hanley, Robichaux and Pascucci to the semifinal. Benny Archer didn't realize I was first heat. Went to pull out art supplies for his niece and missed the race. What an uncle. Forget about the race. Take us through the grid for the semifinal.
As we have Jonathan Harris, Jake Robichaux, Eric Dubois, Joe Pascucci, and Benny Archer. Benny looking to put some speed down here as he missed the grid for the first heat. And Jonathan looking to rebound, as well as Jake from pulling the wets in that last corner just then.
Well,
Yes,
the
should be,
difference is
should be a
Chris
fun
Wetz
showdown.
flipped. It's 2017 C. Chris Wetz flipped in the heat race. He still beat me in the heat race after flipping. Jake Robichaux did not win the race after flipping. As we wait for Joe Pascucci to jump on track. Everybody transfers to this feature race. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But this race sets the grid, the remaining grid, for the feature race. All 5 cars on track. Another 5-lap race. 2 jokers in Barcelona. Lights seem like they were held for a long time. Robichaux misses the start with Harris down to the first corner. Dubois looked to the inside on the 69. No contact with Pascucci and Archer now side by side up the hill in 4th and 5th. Harris trying the same line that his teammate is. Robichaux to the inside. Nothing doing. Car length between them over the jump for the first time. Into the wall goes Pascucci. Into Archer. The 015 out on the spot. But the damage doesn't look bad for Archer. It was just a bit of a kiss to the 015, but that other car of Pascucci broken out in the semifinal. Ryan, if you have a replay, feel free to jump in and take us through it. Pascucci just hit the wall and parked in the middle of the road.
It did.
It's dead. He's out. But, like I said, everybody transfers, so he gets this opportunity to reset and try not to do that one again. So Jonathan Harris leads. Robichaux, Dubois, and Archer in this 4-car race. Archer finally gets some track time, and he's in the back of the field. No jokers for the top 2. Dubois takes his first, as Harris still leads, Kieran.
Yep, Harris with not much seat time, but he is naturally just pretty fast. So, I mean, as he performed in Supercars last season, as Jake taps the wall there in turn 3, no in turn 4. Looking to make a statement and bring it back, probably.
Archer
Benjamin
and
Archer
Dubois
looks to the
battling
inside.
for third. How easy is it to slide through turn 6 and hit the wall like Pascucci did, especially on a start?
Well, I don't know. I haven't done something like that in a while, but as Benjamin looks to the inside on Eric
Jake
momentarily.
Robichaux makes me interrupt you again. He hits the wall in the tires in the final couple of corners. Turned in a bit too soon. Woo! Nearly took out Jonathan Harris. So this now is a battle for second with Dubois, Archer, and Robichaux to the inside. As we take a second look over the jump, he was nowhere close. You have to be a car width further to driver's left to make that work. And then that was terrifying.
Oh, and
I
Jake
remember-
just hits the wall again, goes off.
I remember a YouTube short we posted when we ran at Bark River for the Endurance Cup. Robichaux to the inside, no move done. And there was a car flipping on the opposite side of the track. And just look on ASN on demand on the shorts. It's terrifying. It would be Code Brown. Benny Archer trying the outside, battling with Robichaux for the third spot.
And that worked
Benny
really
Archer,
well. And
you just surprised the reigning world champion on what to do there.
As both
Jokering.
Joker, Jake to the bottom.
Contact in the Joker.
Contact.
And around Robichaux goes. Will that be a slowdown for the 69? I'm not sure.
Might be a track cut.
I don't see anything.
cut
It
the
might just
corner.
be a track cut. We'll see. Jonathan Harris
Oh,
still
as
leads.
Benny gets tight. Turn 3 and
Harris,
4, Jake is
Dubois,
all over.
Archer. This battle's still
Benny
not
into
over.
the barrier. Oh.
As we park it in turn 4, he's going to let Archer go.
Oh.
Eventually, as cue the Benny Hill theme music, they finally get rolling. Jonathan Harris jokers at the sharp end to complete his strategy, but he hits the wall. Dubois jokers as well in the 000. Everyone, nobody wants to win this race, apparently. Welcome to NASA. It's stuff like this happens. It's either very clean or everyone wants to crash. There's no knowing what it'll be every given night. Eric Dubois in the second spot. Great run for him. As Archer and Robichaux joker again to complete their strategies. we head to the front of the field. Jonathan Harris in the 75. I thought he was Australian. Now apparently he's Finnish. It's like the Josh Mertz indecision of nationalities for him. As we head to the final couple of corners, Jonathan Harris will win the semifinal. Eric Dubois, impressive, survived the carnage to come home in second. This duel, Brian, go back. This is not over between Robichaux and Benny Archer for third. They've been all over the place this race. They almost crashed in turn 5 again. Robichaux again shallow line, but he makes it this time. In the final couple of corners, he will hold off Benny Archer, who has Uncle of the Year award. He comes home in fourth. In the final car, Joe Pascucci out on the start. As everyone transfers to the future.
Hammers, Josh. Bang these cars.
We're going to step aside. We're going to go get everybody hammers. They have to fix their cars. Don't go anywhere. The feature after the break.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. Sunday Night Lights on ASN TV is brought to you by Whiplash Simcams and Alex Abetti, who made the NASA theme music, and my script is off. I'm really good at what I do. Welcome in, everyone. Just a reminder, if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. Brian, I know I'm all over the place right now. ASN TV USA, no matter the platform. If you'd like your content broadcast at asnTVUSA.com, and if you'd like to race in the chaos, it is nasasimracing.com for any and all information. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck and reigning Lights World Champion Kieran Lifflander next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Furns on ASN TV, and my new picture's there! It's a Christmas miracle, Brian! I'm so happy!
I had to put Kieran's in, so I figured.
Oh, that's the only reason why you did it.
Yeah, pretty much.
See how I'm treated, everybody? Brian bullies me. He's so mean. As we get set for the Sunday Night Lights in Barcelona. You know, I stepped away from the NASCAR race in Atlanta, and I expected to be missing a lot of action. Lucky for you guys, it's raining. I'm not missing anything. That's why I didn't even change into my polo, Brian. The things I do for you. Things I do. You just get a shrug. I don't even get an answer. All right, Mr. Lifflander, take us through the grid for our feature once Brian gets it.
All right, so starting up front, we got Eric Kaplinger, followed by Daryl Young in P2, Jameson Leckaby P3, Ryan Hanley P4, Jonathan J. Harris, a 2 through 5 KLR sweep right there. Or not sweep, but starting off. And then a TWRS 6 and 7, and then a Benny Archer in 8th with a TWRS in the back with Joe Pascucci.
9 cars, 10 laps, 2 jokers for Sunday Night Lights. I commented in the Discord, all 750 people were pinged. I said, you got a good chance at winning because we banned Kieran Lifflander from driving, and nobody took us up on the offer. Thanks for joining us on ASN TV. We get set to go green for Sunday Night Lights. We await everyone to grid. We are on grid, and this is going to be chaos into turn 1. Green flag in Spain, off the line. Good start from Kaplinger, and Young in the middle is Leckenby of the KLR sandwich. Young gets turned from his teammate Hanley. Leckenby stops and lets him go. Side-by-side Robichaux with Hanley. He takes the 3rd spot. We've got Kaplinger and Harris battling for the lead. Rounding turn 6 on this start lap. No jokers on the start here in Barcelona. You will get a penalty. It'll throw you effectively to the back as we begin the first lap. Kaplinger, Harris, Robichaux, Hanley, Dubois, Archer, Pascucci. Wide as Archer nearly into the start gantry with Young and Leckenby catching up in the back of the field. Brian, do you have a replay of that start?
Yes. I hit it.
Let's take a look here. They're side by side. Young is in the red, and it's just a KLR sandwich. On live pictures, Jonathan Harris has stopped and parked and wadded the field up in turn 5. What happened? Harris hit the tires. Pascucci, Robichaux, Young, Leckenby, Hanley. They are still trying to get sorted out. Brian, you have to go to this one too. And hopefully we don't crash as Cap takes the joker. Let's take a second look. Oh, this has already started.
Oh,
you can't park there.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll start with Harris.
So Harris, does he turn in too early? Oh, he couldn't get the rotation. It looked like Kieran. And that's it.
Yep, that's all a part of it.
Pascucci with the move of the race.
Pascucci actually up to P3 with the joker, I think. P4?
P4 now for the man from Michigan. Took that first joker, lost a couple of seconds to Jake Robichaux. Looking good in the 0-1-5. As everyone is still running, all 9 cars still racing, despite the chaos that we have witnessed. And Kaplinger leading by 2.5 seconds. Is Harris joker? No. I don't know if he'll have any delta, though. Although he did wad up the entire field, so we'll see. Robichaux jokers. Pascucci stays out. Young stays out. Will we be battling on the merge? Robichaux gets ahead of Leckenby in the 51. Looking drivers left on Young. Young, a late move. I didn't like that at all. From the 25 down to turn 2. Bit of a reactionary block. Not a fan of that one. It's legal, but I'm not a fan of it. Third through fifth under a blanket here. Off the road goes Pascucci. Up front, Kaplinger still leads. Mr. Team Owner, what do you think of your driver's move there?
Well, just saw it briefly, but I mean, I think that's just the emotions rolling over. He got dumped in the beginning. Unfortunately, just got hooked onto it to another teammate's bumper and just 3 wides, turn 1, or rather the first corner off the start. And that's just emotions boiling over, just going for all that you can, even though it is a long race. But we are on 6.5 laps to go here. Derek heads into turn 5.
We have lost
And,
Benny Archer. Oh, Benny Archer and Eric Dubois came together. Brian, if you've got a replay, nope, they didn't hit. Archer, I think, had another issue like he did last week, as it just turned left. Let's get a running order reset as we come to the halfway mark, as Kaplinger completes his strategy. He still leads. Will he lose it on the merge between Harris and Kaplinger? Beginning lap 5, Harris went to the inside. Cap had to get on the binders. Harris still has yet to joker at all. Missing turn 5 into the race.
Oh.
Effective race leader is Harris in the 75 on Kaplinger. Kaplinger racing a car that has not taken any strategy. He's got a good margin to Joe Pascucci, who ran wide in the back of the field. And now if I'm Cap, I'm furious that I'm racing a car that hasn't jokered, just bleeding time away.
Yeah, but if I'm also Cap, just think a bigger picture here. Lap 5, we're coming to halfway this time by, and like you said, Jonathan hasn't taken any strategy yet. So if Jonathan wants to win, he's got to run away. But Eric is also probably furious just by the simple fact of the moves that were just made. But bigger picture here.
I'll give him a little crap. He's one of my drivers. I'll give him a little crap. Why are you taking your second joker with the Delta like that when you can just wait for the guy behind you to take his?
That is the Josh Mertz level roast that you do to me when I take jokers in traffic. Somebody else got it! Yes! I always take my jokers early, and Brian says, what the hell are you doing? You're getting stuck in traffic. What happened to Ryan Hanley's car? Am I crazy? Or is it broken? Oh, God, it's broken. Was that from the kerfuffle in the hairpin?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't an additional crash. I thought it was an additional crash. So.
Oh, big set. Oh, and together.
And in turn 6 rather, they come together. Pascucci, Hanley, Leckenby, Dubois, and Robichaux stuck on the wall. What happened here? Oh, and Robichaux was all crossed up, it looked like, as we look at Pascucci. In the final corner, Hanley was just sending it.
Joey Pascucci has not had pace tonight. I'm sorry, Joey. He hasn't had pace tonight, but he's just being gifted position.
He's minding his own business. Okay, real talk. This isn't the World Championship, right? Joe, you're doing great, okay? There might be bad nights, but my point is, you never give up, because you could end up on the podium. We've seen that before. He battles Leckenby for 4th. We look at Harris jokering now, getting out of Cap's way, making Cap's life much easier, but Brian will still roast his team driver. Darrell Young sitting 3rd, and Leckenby behind Pascucci on the road with no jokers. I'd be furious if I was Leckenby. I knew I had the pace over him. Hitting the curb to the inside. Pascucci lets him go. 8 cars left. Rather, 7 cars left, as we lost Robichaux and Archer.
You look up front, Jonathan already taken one of his joker's strategy, probably looking to go on lap 9 to get that faster lap on the last lap. Don't think he has to put down some crazy laps, or Eric has to mess up in order if he wants to get this. But like the win is out of reach as of right now.
2 laps to go for Eric Kaplinger at the sharp end of the field. Jonathan Harris, Darrell Young jokers in the 25. Jamison Leckenby, Joe Pascucci, Eric Dubois, Ryan Hanley. Those are our 7 cars remaining after we lost Jake Robichaux. We lost Benny Archer after some accidents earlier on. Hanley and Dubois are equal on strategy, so will we see a move for the 6th position for Hanley to make that spot up on Dubois? Dubois running it deep. If we could focus on this, Brian, because this is going to be interesting, I feel,
Josh,
between these guys.
Joker merge between these two.
As Harris has to joker as well, so let's take a look. He sends it to the joker. White flag for Cap. Around the joker, Harris, no contest, holds the 2nd spot. And this is happening as Hanley, did he move Dubois out of the way? Oh, he did. He sent Dubois out of the way. That's the 2nd maneuver that he's done like that tonight.
This time, nobody died. Just a simple nudge, but again, late
Just from
run.
He was from a different postcode back, though, is my
No
thing.
kidding.
Up front, Eric Kaplinger will get, unless something goes wrong, the upper hand on this field without Kieran Lifflander. And the man from Central Illinois will round the final couple of corners, survive Brian Sawyer slander, and win Sunday Night Lights in Barcelona. Jonathan Harris second after an up and down evening. And Daryl Young will come home in third. It's KLR 2-3 on the podium. Jamison Leckenby will be in the fourth position. Joe Pascucci in fifth. Hanley to the inside of him across the line in
Got that.
sixth. Dubois seventh. Eighth, Robichaux. And ninth, Benny Archer. It's just classification. Fastest lap for Cap as well on lap 2. Impressive pace for him tonight. Let's take a breath. Let's decompress over the chaos that we have just watched for Sunday Night Lights. Kaplinger, Harris, Young, the podium. I wonder what that will do to the points. I'm not sure if we will have points unless Brian can furiously. Yep, he's nodding at me. So we will have points in just a couple of moments. Mr. Kieran, what'd you think of that one for your first race up here?
Well, some money's gonna be coming out of my pocket to repair, especially Ryan's car. But nah, jokes aside, yeah, great job for Eric to bring it back home yet again. I think that's for a couple races that have been out, he has been able to bring it home. So props to him. Even though he is just showing up, he's still got tons of speed, as shown here, and was able to take down the drivers that did show up tonight. So down the order again, Eric and KLR 2 through 4. Pascucci and Control Z, TWS, all with Ryan with no front bumper in 6th. Eric Dubois, Jake Robichaux. So, yeah, definitely a fun watch.
And it proves that the chaos of Barcelona, it doesn't matter where you are, whether it's the start, whether it's what's technically turn 6, but let's call it turn 2 on the start. We had some chaos there. And turn 5, when that transition happens from the dirt to the asphalt, if you're not turned exactly correctly or you get too much of the grass on corner entry, it usually ends in tears. Brian, can you send us to the programming notes while you're handling points? I'll handle those for you. I will relieve you of your duties. As just a reminder, our next cast will be the Pro 4 Challenge on Tuesday at Bark River in Michigan. That is going to be fun. 9 o'clock Eastern Time. You'll have myself. You'll have Brian Sawyer. That's going to be a fun time. Our next round for Sunday Night Lights will be next Sunday. How convenient is that? The 19th of July, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I feel like I'm going to be driving in that one. I like Winton, and I also hate Winton at the same time in Australia. Very technical track. You'll have Brian Sawyer and Josh Darnell. For that, Crosscar Masters back in a couple of weeks at Hell in Norway. That should be an interesting show. You cannot touch the curbs like you normally do in the rally car. And SimCar back at the end of July. That'll be Thursday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern. And a reminder of the Sim Gaming Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois, September 18th through the 20th. You'll be able to watch us on location, experience some wonderful demonstrations. It's going to be phenomenal. SimGamingExpo.com. There's going to be so many rigs. If you were there last year, it is doubled in size. It is going to be a fun time. Do you have points yet, Brian? I'm just being annoying. You do? Go ahead.
Cool. A little bit of a shake-up. What? Why did they not update? I clicked the button.
Welcome to live production.
Oh.
Did you break something?
But I'm just going to read them off of iRacing.
That sounds like a great idea. I wonder if you'll still be leading, Kieran, but there's a drop week. I think it might be a little
Kieran
wonky.
is still leading. iRacing's APIs. Man. Try one last time. If not.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. That's fine. Kieran Lifflander is now tied with Eric Kaplinger, 32 points apiece. Jonathan Harris at 27. Daryl Young, 24. Lindy, 23, tied with Hanley. Leckenby and Thomas and Pascucci tied. Bois in 10th with 19.
Interesting movement in the points. While I
It's
have
the
you,
second week with one drop week, so there's a lot of duplicate points.
let's remind everyone on some friends that help bring us coverage of Sunday Night Lights. I'll get some final thoughts, and we will close out. Sunday Night Lights on ASN TV, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap, no matter the track, car, or series. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. If you like what you saw tonight, be sure to like and subscribe to ASN TV, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. And if you'd like your content broadcasted, you can contact us at asntvUSA.com. If you'd like to race with us, we have something for everyone in 2026, from the Rallycross Lights on Sunday to the Rallycross Supercars on Monday. We have Pro 4 and Cross Car on Tuesday, and our friends at SimCar with Grand Am and with Porsche Cup. And a reminder, we will have the World Rally Challenge returning at some point in the near future. I don't know if it's with WRC or if it's with the Assetto Corsa Rally. Keep your eyes tuned on NASASimRacing.com. Mr. Sawyer, give me a final thought before we say good night.
Fun! No, I won't give you.
How original!
No, that was a good race. I mean, there was a little beating and banging, nothing. Oh, I mean, we did have one pile up. I can't say there wasn't nothing too serious, but there was one pile up, kept the field together. Joe Pascucci, sole beneficiary of the two big accidents. So, bet he's feeling good about that. And congrats to Kaplinger for winning. So I'm stoked.
Kieran, your first visit to the commentary box. You're seeing everything in a different perspective. What did you think about the race?
Well, definitely have to go back to the shop and talk to KLR boys on what happened there off the start and what we can definitely do better. But not, yeah, jokes aside, another congrats to Eric for bringing home the win. It was definitely fun being up here and definitely looking at this from a different perspective as to how everybody handles and what they actually run in the middle of the race. Normally, I just look at the replays and look what I could have done better and teammates, but seeing all the carnage all around, that's normal Barcelona things. Just couldn't imagine what it would be like in a bigger field with possibly 15 to 20 people. Yeah, was definitely a fun one to watch, and thank you guys for bringing me along.
Of course. You're welcome whenever you want, my friend. In regards to me, I agree with Brian. It was fun, but it was chaotic. We had a pile up, as is normal in Barcelona. It was a little bit less chaotic than I anticipated, but the slightly smaller field definitely helped on that. The checkered flag has fallen on the evening for Sunday Night Lights in Barcelona. On behalf of our entire production staff, my name is Josh Mertz. Thank you for joining us for Sunday Night Lights tonight, and congratulations to our winner, Eric Kaplinger, on the victory with the Kieran Lifflander-less race at Barcelona. Be sure to join us Tuesday for the next round of the Pro 4 Challenge at Bark River. But until then, so long, everyone.